What's up, WWE Universe? Today we're talking about something huge. We know the WWE Performance Centers in Orlando and England have been game changers in getting talent into the WWE, right? It's where some of our favorite superstars like Seth Rollins, Charlotte Flair, and Bianca Belair hone their skills. But what if the WWE opened new performance centers in different parts of the world? We already know that the WWE has a large following around the world, but with the crazy PLEs in France, Scotland, and Germany, and that incredible fan base in Saudi Arabia, we have to ask ourselves, imagine if the WWE expanded their performance center program globally. We're talking more training centers across the world, developing the next generation of superstars in brand new territories. And with their new Netflix deal, they will attract new audiences and even more fans around the world. The potential is off the charts. So today we're counting down the top 5 places where WWE should put their next performance center. From the legendary Hart Dungeon in Canada to the high-flying action of Mexico City, we've got some exciting picks. You are going to want to watch which location pops up at number 2. It may shock you. Alright, are you ready for this? Let's dive in. Starting with number 5. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Coming in at number 5, we've got Calgary, Alberta, Canada, specifically paying homage to the Hart Dungeon. You can't talk about wrestling history without mentioning the Hart family. The Dungeon was the birthplace of legends like Bret the Hitman Hart, Owen Hart, Natalya, Tyson Kidd, and countless other WWE superstars.
My grandfather was very, very hard on everybody that he trained. My dad has never been more scared of anybody in his life.
Can you imagine the WWE opening a performance center right where it all began? The Hart Dungeon wasn't just about wrestling moves, it was about grit, discipline, and storytelling. If WWE brought a performance center to Calgary, they'd be tapping into that deep well of wrestling tradition. Not only would it honor the Hart legacy, but it would also give young Canadian talent a chance to develop their skills closer to home and without having to travel too far. And let's not forget WWE superstars like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens who've got Canadian roots.
You do it! Go!
Sami and KO would be great ambassadors for a Canadian performance center, and this would be a game changer for Canadian wrestling. Number 4. Paris, France. Number 4 on our list is Paris, France. France might not be the first place that comes to mind when you think WWE, but trust me, the wrestling scene here is on the rise. France has a growing wrestling culture, and WWE's already got a strong fan base in Europe. European superstars like Cesaro, Pete Dunne, and even Finn Balor have helped build the European wrestling scene into what it is today. The WWE announced they will be doing an 11-city tour of the UK and Europe in March of 2025 on their road to WrestleMania. What better way to cap off that European road trip than to announce they would be opening a sister performance center in France to support their current European performance center in Enfield, London. France would be the perfect place to plant a performance center and further WWE's mission of global expansion. Plus, imagine the talent that could be discovered from not just France, but surrounding countries like Belgium, Switzerland, and Spain. And with the recent rise of stars like Amale in NXT UK, there's proof that French talent is ready to shine on the big stage. A performance center in Paris would really light a fire under the European wrestling scene. Number 3, Mexico City, Mexico. Next up at number 3, we're heading south of the border to Mexico City, home to the rich, high-flying tradition of Lucha Libre. And listen, Lucha Libre isn't just a style, it's a way of life in Mexico. Icons like Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Mil Máscaras, and of course El Santo all come from this tradition. Lucha Libre is all about agility, aerial maneuvers, and storytelling through athleticism. Rey Mysterio once said in an interview, "Can you imagine WWE opening a performance center in the heart of Mexico City and naming the performance center in honor of the greatest luchador of all time, El Santo?" It would not only pay homage to Lucha Libre history, but it would also allow WWE to discover the next generation of masked superstars. We've already seen WWE embrace Lucha Libre, with stars like Kalisto, Andrade, Sin Cara, and of course Rey and Dominic Mysterio. But opening a performance center in Mexico City would take it to the next level. It would give aspiring luchadors a direct path to WWE, while keeping the lucha tradition alive and strong. That's a win-win. Number 2, Melbourne, Australia. Coming in at number 2 is Melbourne, Australia. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Australia has been crushing it in WWE lately. We've seen an explosion of Australian talent in recent years. Rhea Ripley, Buddy Murphy, Tony Storm, and even Bronson Reed are all products of the Aussie wrestling scene.
Like that. No, not Pierce! Not Pierce!
Rhea Ripley, a dominant force in WWE, has made it clear how proud she is of her roots.
Riptide! Shoulders down, 1, 2, 3, and that's it!
Opening a performance center in Melbourne would give WWE a direct link to one of the hottest growing wrestling scenes in the world. Not only would it foster new talent, but it would also establish WWE's presence in the Pacific region, making it easier to scout from places like New Zealand and even Southeast Asia. The Aussie fans are passionate, the talent is incredible, and the WWE could really plant its flag down under with a performance center in Melbourne. It's time to give Australia the spotlight it deserves. And finally, number 1 on our list, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. WWE has been making serious moves in Saudi Arabia over the last few years. With major events like Crown Jewel and Super Showdown, it's clear that WWE sees Saudi Arabia as a key market in its global expansion. Saudi Arabia has hosted some of the biggest WWE events in recent years, drawing massive crowds and major headlines. WWE has built a strong partnership with the Saudi General Entertainment Authority, and there's no denying that wrestling is becoming a major draw in the region. Imagine the WWE Performance Center opening its doors in Riyadh, training the next generation of Arab WWE superstars. This move would strengthen WWE's presence in the Middle East and help create homegrown stars for an incredibly passionate fan base. We've already seen the rise of Mansoor, a Saudi-born superstar who has electrified crowds in his home country.
The matchup.
A performance center in Riyadh would give more athletes like him the chance to make their dreams come true. Plus, it would help WWE continue its mission of growing the brand globally, while giving Saudi fans something to truly rally behind. Alright, WWE Universe, that's our list. From the legendary Heart Dungeon in Calgary to the bustling streets of Riyadh, these 5 locations are perfect for WWE's next performance centers. What do you think? Did we miss any cities? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more WWE content.